What's good, everybody? This is Ryan McKee, and this is The New Perspective. This channel intention is to bring awareness and enlightenment to the unseen, tackling the real issues, breaking through mental barriers to discover, unlock, and understand your true propensity, to create passion that will spark desire to build from the inside out. Now, as you know, mental health is on the rise, whether it's through childhood trauma, toxic ways. I know when I was going through my series of depression, I didn't have anyone to support or understand or even educate me on the right way of dealing with it. And I think we as a community, we can help each other heal. And I think healing is needed in our community. And it's up to us to make a difference. So, with that being said, I hope that this channel can alleviate some of that pain. I hope that I can touch and change lives through this channel. Because at the end of the day, it should all be nothing but peace and love. So let the healing start today. Hey, what's good, everybody? This is Ryan McKee, and welcome to A New Perspective. Today we'll be talking about baby steps into adulthood. Now, the first thing that we'll be talking about is communication. Communication is important because there are different styles of communication, and when you step into adulthood, I think that it's very important that you must know your communication style to navigate throughout the world. I know me in high school and even going into college, I was ill prepared, so maybe this will help a little bit. So let's get to it. First, we have passive communication. Those are the people who fail to express their feelings and needs, allowing others to express themselves. They may come off as indifferent. They may hold resentment, what then in turn causes misunderstanding. Now, their nonverbal, may be like no eye contact, poor body posture, and it may be the ability to say no. Their phrases would be like, "It's not a big deal, I just want peace." They are the people pleasers, when we all know who they are. Then you have the aggressive type of style of communication. Those are the people who speak in a loud and demanding voice, intense eye contact, and also controlling or blaming others through intimidation, criticizing them, threatening them, or attacking them in any way. They are the people who are my way or the highway. They don't really quite listen to others, and they see themselves as the leaders. So they are the type of people that'll just be like, it's your fault, you'll get over it or whatever. They're the type that will be like the bullies, So then you have passive aggressive communication. They are the people who will communicate with body language other than words. If they have a conflict, they have built up resentment and act in subtle or indirect or secret ways. Those are the type of people who we may say act funny or they're being fake. And they might feel powerless or stuck, and they might do things like, spread rumors and give you the silent treatment and sabotage you. So you have to watch out for these type of people because it's just like sometimes you don't know, but then there's subtle signs. Once you start seeing little things and their words don't match how their body language is, it's a telltale sign that it may be passive aggressive. Then you have assertive. Assertive people are the people who are open but not overbearing. They the type of people they see both sides of the coins, and they picture their own needs and also match it with the feelings of the others. So they the most of the type of people who take ownership. They are considered the mediators. Those are the people who just try to get to the conclusion the best way possible. So the best way possible for them to get to the conclusion is to see both sides of the coin, to see their best interest and their needs and meet them with your needs as well. Now, this is very important also going into adulthood. This is support system and no support and how to maneuver. Now, what are the support systems? Now, the support systems could be either physical or practical assistance. Those are the people who they'll just help you with transportation assistance, with chores. Then you have resources and information sharing. That it would be like the information on community resources. You know, they'll tell you where to go to look for something if you need anything, if you need help, if you need any type of assistance, any type of mentor, anything like that. Those are the resources and the information that's needed to help you throughout whatever. Then you have the emotional and physiological assistance. Those are people who listen to you to encourage you. You know, they're the type of people when you're having a bad day, they'll keep you focused. They'll keep you, on your square to keep you moving in the right direction and keep you positive. And then you have the attitude transmission will help you laugh and get through it positively. So emotional and attitude transmission is very, very important. I mean, also the resources and the physical as well. But the reason why I say the emotional and the attitude transmission is because when you think about it, when you need a push and you need an extra boost to go, for that physical help or to go to seek out them resources or to take in the information, you need that emotional side, and you might need that confidence to go and maybe seek it for yourself or use that information to put you in a better position. So, why are support systems important? Well, for one thing, they have a high impact on health and wellness. Poor support systems can lead to alcoholism, drugs, stress, depression, even cardiovascular disease. Also can lead to suicide. Actually, by the way, if you are someone are having suicidal thoughts, you can call the National Suicidal Prevention Hotline at 1-800-273-8255. Once again, that's 1-800-273-8255 for support and assistance from a trained counselors, and they can help you. They can help you through your problem. If any of you or your loved ones are in immediate danger, you can just call 911. Now, there's also certain other things you could do, outside of, just yourself. You can find social media groups of those who share the common interests. If you're into drama or you're into nature, anything, find something that, that you enjoy. That's part of your emotional support system as a whole with you as a person. You can listen to music or play an instrument. Music is a great outlet to, lift your spirits and, keep your energy high, keep you vibing. You can even get a pet, or be around animals. A while back, someone told me about, an emotional support dog. And at first, I didn't think much of it, but studies show that actually helps people, cope with their problems and their issues as well. You could join a book club. Now, that might not seem like the best idea, but when you think about it, the book club, you may read something and you might picture yourself in it. Not only that, you get to interact and get different perspectives from other people as well. And it's also mentally stimulating. You can find other support groups, religious organizations. You could be a peer mentor, anything. There are other groups besides social media groups. There's other organizations. There's other programs that you could go and seek out. Just to be part of something. Something greater than yourself. Like volunteering. I always believe when you help others, you help yourself. Back when I was a healthcare worker, I honestly believed in that because when I helped the people that I was working for, I actually helped myself, and it helped me along in my journey. It helped me grow as a person as well. Then you have self-care. Now, self-care can be different for everyone. Everybody has different levels. For me, sometimes I meditate. Some people may not want to meditate. That might not be their niche, and that's okay. But it is an option. Eating better, fruits and vegetables. Get something, even vitamins, something with vitamin D or magnesium in it. Something that mess with, keep your brain function, keep your brain sharp. Something to keep you moving. Exercising is one. Music. You got yoga, which increases flexibility and yoga, I'm gonna tell you about yoga. Yoga is good for moving energy around. If you have, a lot of people don't know we have a lot of trauma built up in our gut. Our gut is actually considered our second brain. So if you have any gastro problems, or you could take probiotics, you could take digestive enzymes, because it's a lot of trauma in the gut. And once you take care of your gut, your gut had a great connection with your brain. So it sends signals to your brain directly. So it's very important to take care of your gut as well as your head, as they work simultaneously. So yoga is a good way. Mentoring and counseling. Reason why I say mentor and counseling is because mentor and counseling makes you see things in a way you may not see them before. It may have you open up to a new idea. It may have you open up to, your personality, or hidden traits in your personality, or you may come off a certain way and you may not understand it, and they may understand. They might see potential in you that you may not see yourself. So all these things are very, 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 very useful. So now, for our next topic, we're going to talk about letting go of toxic relationships and family members. So, why is this important? Before I get into it, this is important because, well, you have to know that anything toxic is not good for you, right? Anything toxic is not good for you, from what you eat to what you watch to anything, right? Because it becomes a weight on you, and you don't want that weight. And when you have so much weight on you, you become an anchor and you can't fly. And if you want to fly, if you want to reach great heights, if you want success, you cannot fly carrying the things that weigh you down. That makes sense? Okay. So, letting go of toxic family members and relationships. Well, first of all, you let go of toxic behaviors and patterns. You might have a codependency issue. You might feel as though you come off needy or whatever. You might always, order out Uber Eats and pizza or whatever. And then when you leave that person, you're like, you know what? I want to start taking care of myself, because it gives you better focus. It gives you more alone time, and that's more time to replenish, more time to recharge. See, a lot of people think being alone is something scary, or, you're going crazy if you're alone. And it's not true, because you need alone time to recharge, to be, to embrace your own energy, to, follow your own passion, just to have that sense of independence. You become more calmer. It boosts your self-esteem, your self-respect. And that's very important going into adulthood, because me personally, growing up with low self-esteem and having low self-respect, people walk all over you. You may go through this world and you might, you might think highly of yourself, and someone opinion or whatever can weigh you down. And it's just like, the only thing that matters is what you think about you. And for a while, I let that bother me. I didn't even know why, because I never really quite believed it, but it was all around me. So you have to be careful what you let in your energy and what you allow to have power over you. If people say you can't do it, 9 times out of 10, because they can't do it. You can't let people put you into that victimhood, or well, I'm around this certain amount of people, so that's how I'm gonna be, or I'm gonna do this certain thing because everybody else is doing it. No, do what you want to do. Follow your heart. Follow your passion. So that's why that's very important. And when you let go of toxic family members in relationship, you start to notice red flags, toxic behaviors in other people, and it'll make you stay away from them. And then because like I said, you embrace your energy, not everybody else. You appreciate the littlest things in life, like water, sleep, something to eat, somewhere to stay. It's just little things. It's just little things that you appreciate that you didn't before, that you may have took for granted, but you wasn't quite sure. But it just give you a new perspective. Your body and your mind become stronger because you let go of a lot of dead weight. Like I said, if you want to fly, you gotta let some things go. You gotta let some people go. You can't keep doing the same things, and because you're gonna get the same outcome. And we all know that when you do the same thing over and over again, it's called insanity. You don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. You're gonna get the same results, and nothing's gonna change. All right, so why is this important going into adulthood? Well, like I said, you feel better. You feel lighter. You might start even breathing different. I mean, you might even start, just taking up a new hobby, a new skill, a new activity. So for our last topic, which is very, very important, but something we don't talk about as much. I'm gonna say that. So, what is being an adult? I thought about this a long time because a lot of times you hear people say, especially dudes, "I'm a grown man." What you talk about? You can't. No, I'm a grown man. I don't do none of that. Like, we growing over here. I mean, we you know what I mean? But I had found out certain traits that actually makes you an adult. I wouldn't say makes you an adult, but it makes you more of a productive adult. Because the thing is, when people say adult, people think of it as within age, and I'm a firm believer in that you gain wisdom by the lessons you learn through your experiences, not experience alone. So you could be 50 and never learn your lessons. Or you could be 25 and learned a lot more lessons than somebody who was 50. So I don't think it's all about experience. It's about the lessons you learn in experience. So, what is being an adult? Let's get into it. Certain traits. One, the number one, I believe, in my opinion, is self-accountability. I'm going to say it again for those in the back. Self-accountability is being responsible for your own actions and behavior. Why? Because it's you. No one influenced you to do anything. You're not nobody told you do this, do that. You make your own decisions. Regardless of how everything seems, we all have free will. We do. If you wanted to try that drug, you wanted to try that drug because you wanted to try that drug. If you wanted to be here, you wanted to be there because you wanted to be there. All right? Self-accountability. A lot of adults don't take self-accountability. It's a blame game. And I get it. We all, got our own stuff with us, and we all been there, right? So, here's another one. Rationality. That's making rational decisions based on self-interest and moral concerns of others. Now, rationality is based on two things: principles and values. So, if somebody's being rational or irrational, you could tell it says a lot about their principles and values. Prime example. Now, I don't have this problem, so, this would be easy for me to not understand. But, okay, you have kids, right? Now, you're stuck in a dilemma, which is, should I buy Madden, the new Madden, or should I buy my son some diapers? Now, for me, it's a no-brainer, right? We're going to get the diapers. Real dude going to get the diapers. We ain't trying to play, that game, come on, really? But for some people, that's a dilemma. But that says a lot about the principles and values as a person, doesn't it? Exactly. So, if you were to get the diapers, you're considered irrational because you didn't think, time out. if you were to get the video game over the diapers, you would be considered irrational only because you thought of your needs, well, your wants, over your son's needs. He need diapers. Who gonna wipe? What y'all gonna do? He just gonna run out here with what's up? You know what I'm saying? That's being selfish and it's being irrational, right? So you want to have rationality. You want to be able to, because here's the thing: we all process things through emotions, but when it comes to decision making, that's when the logic gotta kick in. You know, we gotta make rational decisions, and you know, something that benefits everyone, not just ourselves. And for the most part, whether you have kids or not, you still have to put others first, even when it's just you. So, the next thing we're going to talk about is goal setting. Goal setting gives you purpose. It gives you focus. It keeps you from being scattered. You know, it gives you fulfillment as an adult. It gives you responsibility. You know, with kids, you know, they could kind of roam and not pretty much have an objective or an agenda. And you notice they aimlessly, you know, will land wherever they land. And they need guidance, right? But when you're an adult, you have to, you know, in a way, kind of guide yourself. But, you know, you could also, you know, look for assistance as well, for advice and perspective. That's why we'll talk about the support groups as well. You know, whether it's social media or outside of that. And then even stuff you do on your own. You want to give yourself structure and discipline. And I know that's a hard thing. That's a hard pill to swallow, even for me to teach myself structure and discipline as an adult. Especially for those of you who don't or who haven't had that strong structure and discipline as a child. It's harder when you become an adult. So that's why, you know, I wanted to do this video, because baby steps into adulthood, you kind of need structure and discipline. You know, I'd rather you get it now than wait till you're older and then, you know, I wouldn't say playing catch up, but it's more of a challenge, right? Then you have adults that are active, then you have them that are passive. The active focus on the solutions. The passive focus on the problems. So the passive adults are the complainers. They, oh man, why is this happening to me? Or I gotta do this and I don't feel like it. I feel like being lazy. I feel like being irresponsible. The active one is just gonna get it done. They gonna buy, you know what? I really don't feel like it, but I know I gotta do it. That's it. That's the formula. It's logic over emotion. Like I said, we process things through our emotion, but our decision making gotta be logic. Okay? Then you have openness. See, when you're open as an adult, you could take constructive criticism and not be defensive about it. You know, that way you get better, because it expands your self-knowledge and your self-awareness. You know, it opens your mind to certain things, certain traits about your personality that you may not know, or, you know, just it might change your perspective. It gives you growth in positive and negative aspect of yourself, and, you know, also others around you. And it shows that you're coachable. The most important thing is being coachable. Now, a lot of people think that you're not coachable, and most of the time, it's not that you're not so much coachable, it's that you may have emotional and mental blockages. So in order to be coachable, to get to that point, you have to let go of them emotional and mental blockages so it could come in. That's where openness comes from. Because when you're guarded and you're defensive, it's most likely going to fade in and out. Then we have our last topic on this discussion, which is leaps of faith. Steve Harvey said, if you want to be successful, you have to jump. He gave that speech a couple of times. And what he was saying is, you know, on the cliff of life, you have to jump. You know, you can't play it safe. That comfort zone is going to kill you if you don't step outside of it, because on the opposite side of fear is success anyway. You know, so when you don't step outside of that fear, you always will live in fear. So it's two important days: the day you was born and the day you find out why. Now, my challenge to you, to everybody watching, is to find your why. Because when you find your why, it'll help you fly. So that's it on this segment of Baby Steps into Adulthood. Until then, love, peace, and harmony. Hey everybody, this is Ryan McKee from A New Perspective. If you like my content, like, comment, and subscribe. Share, tell a friend, and tell a friend. I'm going to be dropping episodes every Monday between 7 and 8 p.m. So, stay tuned. Also, follow me on Facebook as Ryan Accomplice McKee. And you can follow me on Instagram at ace_McKee. Once again, I'm going to be dropping episodes every Monday, 7 to 8 p.m. So like, comment, and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend, and share. Love, peace, and harmony, y'all.